Okay, guys, we've focused on theme so much this year, and that's because it's really important. It's one of the big purposes for writing. Writers don't just write for no reason, and oftentimes they write because they want to teach us a moral or lesson. And theme is a lot of times associated with fiction, and that's how we've learned about it throughout the year, but nonfiction can also include a theme. And documentary is a form of nonfiction that also includes theme. So just to recap before we get into our mini lesson, what is theme? Miss Lawson, I'm a little rusty. I've been out of school for a while. Theme equals moral or life lesson. So a lot of times it's a writer or a filmmaker telling us or trying to show us how life is, or trying to show us how the world works, or telling us how we should live our lives. This is what you should do, or this is what's important about this topic, like courage. Um, it's a big moral or overarching life lesson. Sometimes authors just come right out and explicitly say their lesson. For example, they might just say, if you want to succeed, you should work hard. They're just coming right out and saying it. But other times we have to, especially when our reading or our films get more complicated, we have to read between the lines and make some inferences to try to figure out what the author's trying to teach us. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at theme all through the lens of documentary. So we're going to watch a film and we're going to ask, and they're short films, about 3 to 4 minutes each. We're going to ask, what is the topic or big idea in this film? What is the author trying to teach me about that big idea or topic? And I'm going to make sure to start that with the author's teaching me that. And then when I think I've got my theme statement, I'm going to provide evidence to support it. So, for example, when we were reading To Kill a Mockingbird, our big general topic was courage. But then we had to ask ourselves, what is the author teaching me about courage? And we always started with our theme statement starter. The author's teaching me that. So when I look back and think about To Kill a Mockingbird, I have my big idea of topic. That's our step one. Step two, the author's teaching me that. Courage is knowing you've lost before you even started, but trying anyway because you know it's the right thing to do. So technically, Atticus came right out and said something similar to that. So I've got my topic, my theme statement, step two. And then I had to support that with evidence. So I need to back it up. So my evidence is that Atticus knew he wouldn't win the case, but he defended Tom Robinson anyway. Okay? So step one, big topic. Step two, theme. What is that big topic, or what is the author trying to teach me about that bigger topic? Make sure you start with the author's teaching me that. And then step three, finally, is the evidence, okay, to support it. So let me just show you this with an actual documentary. We're going to watch it together, and then I'm going to show you what I came up with for my topic and my theme and my evidence, and then you're going to try it on your own.
When I was 16 years old, that was the last time that I was arrested, and at that time we were at an all-time low, I think, with our family. And at that time we were living in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and I am already a pretty big boy, 6'4", 200 and maybe 25 pounds. I had a very bad mustache. I had a chip on my shoulder. Fresh into this high school in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Freedom High School. I wanted to use the bathroom, but I didn't want to use the regular boys' bathroom because the boys' bathroom smelled like smoke and all the other fun stuff that boys' bathrooms smell like. So I'd go into the teacher's lounge, and a teacher comes in. His name is Jody Swick. Tough guy. He says, "Hey, you can't be in here." I kind of pause, look over my shoulder. Okay, I'll leave when I'm done. And I continue to wash my hands. I slowly dry my hands, and I walked by him, and I kind of just looked at him. I walked by, he looked at me, didn't say a word, but he was fuming. I went home that night, and I felt bad. I just felt bad. Very next day, I found him, and I went to see him in his class, and I said, I just want to apologize for how I acted yesterday, and I'm sorry. And I stuck my hand out, and he looked at my hand and looked at me, looked at my hand again. He shook my hand. I'll never forget that shake. He wouldn't let it go. He said, I want you to do something for me. Yes? I want you to come out and play football for me. I said, okay. He said, all right. Have your word? Yeah, sure. You got my word. Didn't think much of it. I thought, okay, yeah, play some football. Like playing football? Sure. It's cool. And I went out and I played football for Jody Swick. And he was our head football coach. And he became a father figure to me and a mentor. I fell in love with the game of football. My grades got better. And I started getting recruited from every college across the country. College coaches would come in. You say, there he is, Dwayne Johnson. 6'4", 250. Plays both sides of the ball. Very aggressive. My thought process started to change. That's when I started thinking about goals and what I wanted to accomplish. And I love that man. I'll never forget the impact that he had in my life. And the reminder and my takeaway from that amazing relationship that I had was the empathy that he had for a punk kid who treated him so rudely and disrespectfully. He looked past that BS and said, I believe in you and I want to turn you around. Oftentimes when I see kids and they have been labeled, oh, they're punk kids. True. But there's good in them. And we got to see that potential. And I enjoy that today, seeing the potential in kids just like he did. Especially kids who are kind of wayward and have been going through it. I know what it's like. So thank you, Jody.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Okay, so here's what I think. I'm calling it the Rock Doc. So I feel like at the end when he's like, here was my big takeaway, he's kind of hinting like, here's the point I'm making, here's my theme. I think he was talking about seeing the best in people or seeing potential in people. Like that was like the bigger idea here. But specifically, I need to ask myself, what is the lesson he's trying to teach me about seeing the best in people? What's good about it, right? I think that he's telling us that we should see the potential in people and push to make them better rather than just discounting them because they've made mistakes. So if I had a negative interaction with a student in the hallway, which I have, like kids I didn't have a relationship with, and I say something like, hey, can you follow this expectation? And then they don't, I don't like hold that against them forever, right? I know that they have good in them and that I can push them past that, right? So I think the film is teaching us that we should push them to be better rather than holding that against them forever or just discounting them because, you know, there was some disrespect there, right? Because they make mistakes. So my first step was just thinking about that topic or that bigger idea, and I think it's seeing the potential or the best in people. My theme was what I think the author's teaching me, which is that we should try to see the best in people and push them to be better rather than discounting them because of mistakes. But then I need evidence. So for me, the evidence was the Rock's relationship with that teacher and how it changed. And his teacher's actions and what they taught him were this. He was disrespectful to his teacher, but instead of holding a grudge, the teacher saw that he could be great and pushed him to play football. Obviously, all that they ended up with a close relationship, and because of that push, partially, The Rock like got into football, which later got him into wrestling, which later got him into acting, and now he's this huge superstar, right? So that's crazy. So you are going to watch your documentary. You are going to figure out your topic. Usually it's only going to be like a word or a short phrase, right? Then you're going to tell me what they're teaching you about that topic, beginning with the film is teaching me that. Then you're going to give me the evidence. If you say that the author's trying to teach you a specific lesson, then you need to be able to tell me why you think that with specific evidence from the doc. So you're going to go in, you're going to do the you do, and then you are going to answer the questions about topic, theme, and evidence. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.